Gordon was feeling grumpy. This was making James cross. Why are you complaining all the time?
Because I'm a big blue engine and I know everything. I shall complain whenever I want. You're just a small red engine with ideas above your station.
I can't see any, said Percy. Where are they?
Any what?
Ideas above the station. The sky's empty. Like your smoke box, Percy, laughed James. But Gordon was still grumpy.
One day I'll show you just what a big engine can really do.
So what can a big engine really do?
Not speak to silly little green engines for a start, replied Gordon.
Then he puffed away.
One morning, Thomas was being cleaned when Gordon arrived. Mud had blown all over his smart blue paint. "Hello, Gordon," called Thomas. "You look as if you've had a mud bath. Be a sensible engine and have a shower instead." Gordon snorted. "I haven't time to dawdle over my appearance like fussy tank engines do." The wind blew stronger. "Gordon, slow down," called his driver. This made Gordon crosser still. "Now I'll be dirty and late, he hissed. Trevor the traction engine is old-fashioned, but he doesn't care. He knows that he is really useful, like his friend Edward, the blue engine. Early one morning, Trevor was chuffing about the vicarage orchard. He had important news for Edward. "The vicar says that not all children are able to have holidays by the sea, so he's having a garden party to raise money for a seaside trip." "I'm going to be the star attraction," chatted Trevor, "giving rides to all the visitors. The vicar is putting up posters all about it." "I'd like to help too," sighed Edward, "but without my rails, I wouldn't be much good at a garden party."
Early one morning, Gordon's fire would not light. "I don't know what's wrong," sighed the firelighter. "There must be gremlins about." "What are gremlins?" asked Percy. "I've heard that they're little green men who play tricks," replied Thomas. "Can we find one?" "Pah!" said James. "Gremlins don't exist. They're just an excuse when things go wrong. If Firelighter says there are gremlins, there are." "Ah!" snorted James. Sir Topham Hatt had heard everything. "Silence!" he said. "I am expecting a VIP, a very important person today. She has heard that all my engines are really useful. Please prove it." "Yes, sir," they all said. "As long as the gremlins let us."
Bertie the bus was giving some visitors a tour of the island of Soda. It was their last afternoon, and Edward was preparing to take them to meet Bill and Ben. He found it hard to start the heavy train. "Did you see him straining?" asked Henry. "Positively painful," remarked James.
Just pathetic,
grunted Gordon.
"He should give up and be preserved before it's too late."
"Shut up," burst out Duck. "You're all jealous. Edward's better than any of you." "You're right, Duck," said Boko. "Edward's old, but he'll surprise us all." "I've done it. We're off." "I've done it. We're off," said Edward, as he finally puffed out of the station. Bill and Thomas and Percy are good friends, but sometimes Percy teases Thomas about being frightened, and he doesn't like that at all. One evening he was dozing happily, but Percy wanted to talk. "Wake up, Thomas. Are you dreaming about the time you thought I was a ghost?" "Certainly not. Anyway, I was only pretending to be scared. I knew it was you, really." Percy went on teasing him. "I hope the guard leaves the light on for you tonight." "Why?" asked Thomas. "I quite like the dark." "Oh, really?" exclaimed Percy. "I am surprised. I always thought you were afraid of the dark. I wonder why." Thomas decided to say nothing and went to sleep instead.
On starry nights when the moon is full and the air still, you can hear the sounds of faraway ships and distant laughter. They echo over the hills and through the valley, down calm canals and sleepy inlets. Every engine knows that these are the sounds that say the harbor is hard at work at the big station by the sea. One night, a special load of fish was ordered. Sir Topham Hatt decided that extra vans must be added to the train that the men call the Flying Kipper. The only vans available were old ones. They had not been used for a long time. Henry waited impatiently by the quayside as Duck shunted them into position. Thomas puffed by with the mail train. Hello, Duck. Going fishing? I'd take care if I were you. Why? Puffed Duck. Well, for one thing, puffed Thomas, remembering his own experience, if fish get into an engine's boiler, they always cause trouble. And for another, fish can be awfully smelly. And I know what I'm talking about. Good night. Henry grunted dreadfully.
Life is